Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I'm Black Ice 73. Hope everyone having a great Monday. I know it's 3:44 on the East Coast, so those who going home from work or coming from work, drive safe, be careful. And those who on lunch break out west, be safe, be careful. But today, I'm gonna talk about UFC fighters Amber Heard and Johnny Depp when they were married. According to both, they both was the aggressor. But according to staff, Amber Heard used to put no hands on Johnny Depp. Amber said only reason hers is they got her as a domestic abuser. Because Johnny Depp lost fingers and she left scars on Johnny Depp. But Amber said Johnny was smart. He was the who would hold her down and pop in the back of the head, so he won't leave no scars unless you chop off her hair and see marks like that. But her beauty is that help her secure roles, so she not be to cut off her hair. Like so, but the staff, they said the staff and ex-staffers said Amber was the aggressor. So Amber was the one out here popping Johnny Depp and beat him down like she owned him. But as you seen in the title, Amber said when Johnny Depp get drunk or high, the monster take over. Amber said, y'all gonna put me down saying I beat up Johnny all the time. Johnny will beat me. I'm gonna read you some of this article, but right now, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the notification bell. After you hit the notification bell, hit share, hit the like button. Some of it, do one of the four. Do one of the four. Especially subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. I try not to let you down. Try to bring a little twist to it. I normally don't do celebrities news, but I gotta take a break from the other stuff I be posting. That junk is it's so sad. You wouldn't think that you'll get an emotional attached to some of these articles. At least I ain't think I'd get some emotional attached to some of these articles. But I have. And I had to take a break from that, man. I can't just keep on talking about crazy parents who locking their children up in cages. I couldn't keep on talking about, Nick Cannon about face and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna talk about Johnny Depp and why his wife was on the stand for 3 days telling people, she was a witness for the doing newspaper in Britain, because Johnny Depp is suing the newspaper people because they said he was a wife beater. So his wife is the witness for the newspaper saying, they ain't telling no lie. Johnny Depp used to kick my behind. Johnny Depp released the monster. Y'all didn't see it. She said Johnny Depp was so charming to everyone else. But when he get home and he be all high and drunk, she said he used to beat her like a federal agent who's not trying to leave scars on him. The way she described it, that Johnny Depp has studied the ways of not leaving scars on after he committed domestic violence. They wasn't married but 2 years. They wasn't married but 2 years. 2 years. They came out. They have this much hatred for each other. Johnny Depp. She said Johnny Depp was just so smooth, like, no, I ain't did nothing. Look at my finger. with a vodka bottle. She chopped off one of my fingers. Amber, the rules in domestic violence in America. They're gonna arrest the person who had the scars or the injury. I mean, they're gonna arrest the person who don't have the scars and the injury. They're gonna arrest the person who caused the scars and the injury. That's just the United States. I don't know about other places in the world, but the United States, that's what it is. But Amber also said Johnny Depp was jealous. She said every co-star, male and female, that she worked with, Johnny Depp accused her of sleeping with him. Well, Johnny Depp got a reason. Because him and his ex-wife, they met on a film. She said they met in 2009. But they ain't really started a relationship until 2011. So he like, man, you know, you did it with me. You probably did it with them too. Johnny Depp said, I know how you get down. I know what you'll do. So you probably did it with them too. She brings one of the accuser is Caprio. But he should have knew she wasn't dating Caprio because he like women just like 19 and 20. You know, he look young. But Caprio is like, if he ain't 50, he going on 50. That's an old cat, man. But he on a date little supermodels, models to wannabe supermodels. So yeah, Cap be hanging out by the high school at the graduation, like waiting on the girls to graduate. Like, it's nice for you to have your diploma. Now, let's go on a date. The difference between Caprio and R. Kelly, Caprio waited till he got the diploma. That's the only difference. But that's one of the people he accused of. He accused of Channing Tatum and like 4 or 5 other men that she co-starred with. Johnny Depp said, if I can do it, I know they can do it. So basically, Johnny Depp pretty much called his wife, his ex-wife, a thot. I know some of y'all might not know what that is. That's the clean way of saying she was a whore. That's what Johnny Depp was thinking. I know you're like, how you know what Johnny Depp was thinking? Because she said it. She said Johnny Depp's like, hey, you sleeping with him? You sleeping with him? You even sleeping with her? You whore. And I'm gonna say, man, I ain't sleeping with him. So it seemed like, according to her, from day one, from the time they got married, they said he was filming the Pirates of the Caribbean out in Australia. And they said she went down there and visited for 3 days. She said it wasn't no visit to her. She said it felt more like a kidnapping. So Johnny Depp was showing out. So I'm gonna read you some of this article. This article right here, in her own words, it's like a movie all by itself. At least a short film movie. It's like it's at the door in France, just to be played. I'll tell you. You see this on Lifetime or something, you're like, yeah. Because this storyline right here, her testimony, better than a Lifetime movie. I don't look at Lifetime no more. When I was with my ex-wife, I used to sit down and look at TV with her, and Lifetime was one of her favorite show or a TV network. So I used to look at Lifetime with her. And Lifetime, most all the stores on Lifetime, there was some woman crazy killing somebody. The way Johnny Depp described his wife, Amber, he was like one step for saying Amber might kill me. Johnny Depp said, "Stop it. I love you." Amber like, "You don't love me. You love that bottle, them pills." Allegedly, that's what he said. But Johnny Depp, it's hard to win or do a lawsuit with a newspaper when your ex-wife is saying you are a woman beater. But Johnny Depp is not on trial. He's just trying to win or do a lawsuit. But his ex-wife, she put him on trial. She making this case seem like it can't be won. Because she like, no, you right. Johnny Depp beat me. She said, I felt like a character's on. She didn't say this. I'm making this part up. I'm making this up, so I'm be real with you when I say this part. She said, I felt like a character on the Caribbean, the Pirates of the Caribbean. He just going to levels. She didn't say that, but that would have been awesome if she did say it. Man, I do not promote domestic violence on any side. Women, men, I don't promote the domestic violence. I'm one of the people that if I feel the relationship is turning toxic, hey, I leave that relationship. Done, boo. If I feel like the relationship is toxic, I leave that relationship. I do not deal with drama. I do not. I don't care how much I claim I love her and all that good stuff. I do not deal with drama. I try to make that be known in the beginning. I can't handle drama. The average people or average person do not take PTSD serious. They think it's just like just an excuse for you can try to get some compensation from the government. No. I wish I can get rid of this feeling I be having sometimes. That's why I do not deal with drama. So, but it seemed like they whole relationship with drama. Drama from the start. For 2 years. Seemed like it was just chaos of marriage. They're together from 2000. See, this is the crazy part in some cases. How ladies and gentlemen are ladies, men, whatever. They could be in a happy relationship for the longest. So what you taught, they were dating from 2011 till they got married in 2015. Johnny Depp then just started being her. She started being Johnny while they were dating. Because they've been a domestic violence relationship that was happening before they got married. But she make it seem like in 2015 that was the first time it happened. But see, the way she described it in one time, she like, oh man, Johnny Depp pretty much swept her off her feet. Because she said the things he did for her just seemed like she never had it before. So Johnny Depp introduced her to you know how you might think somebody used to something because of their money, but Johnny Depp introduced her to another lifestyle of relationship. That's the way she explained it. I'm gonna let you hear it, but I'm gonna read it to you so that you can hear it too. Cause this is a long article. I'm gonna read all of it. Hopefully, if I don't get tired, it got done. I'm telling you, this article right here, it is worth Me struggling. It'll work me struggle reading to you all. That's how good this article is. I'm telling you, somebody gonna take this article. Like if I had the money and had to done research, I would take this article right here, change everybody's name, and make this a film. That's how good this article is. I'm, the people living a TV drama series. All right, I don't did my 15 minutes just talking and stuff. Now I'm gonna break down. Every once in a while, I might stop and just uh give my thoughts of between the article what I just read. So my one person, like I said, I don't know who you are, but I sure appreciate you. But you wait here, I still go. I don't care. One day this junk gonna kick off. If it don't kick off, I still got things to say. Okay, this article right here come from the BBC. The BBC. And it start off. Let's say Amber Heard. She described a 3-day hostage situation during which she claimed Mr. Depp was on a drug and alcohol binge. Mr. Depp, 57, is son of publisher of The Sun over an article that refers to him as a wife beater. But the newspaper maintained it was accurate. He denies 14 allegations of domestic violence on which the New Group newspaper is relying for this. Mrs. Heard talked to the witness stand at London High Court on the 10th day of the case, and her written witness statements were also submitted to the court. In it, she accused Mr. Depp of verbal and physical abuse, including screaming, swearing, issuing threats, punching, slapping, kicking, headbutting, choking her, as well as extremely control and Butch, that's my dog. Stop. No, I can't control my dog. Don't listen to me. It's just like the household. Don't listen to me. I don't want to. Yeah. Hold on a minute. I'm going to shut the door. Go. I love my dog, but my dogs, they have the worst timing sometimes. Because at first they were in the living room playing, but then they work their way in my bedroom still playing. So like, nah, y'all going somewhere. But like I was saying, she says choking her as well as extremely controlling and intimidating behaviors. It says some incidents were so severe that I was afraid he was going to kill me, either intentionally or just by losing control and going too far, she said. It said under the cross-examination, Mrs. Heard later said that although there was time when she lost her cool with Mr. Depp, it was only in self-defense. See right there. She said she just admitted that she was beating on him, but she used the self-defense as her excuse. But she don't have in records that it was self-defense. She just admitted. Cross-examined lawyer was like, so you tell me you were beating on Johnny? But this is the part right here. When she said, Johnny said, sometimes the monster just come out. He can't control the monster. Here what Mrs. Heard said in her own words. Mrs. Heard, 34, claimed Mr. Depp had a unique ability to use his charismatic and conniving and sometimes impression of reality as he's very good at manipulating people. He would blame all his actions on a self-craft third person, like a self-created third party instead of himself, which he often called the monster. She said at the beginning of their relationship, he would be intensely affectionate, warm, charming, and it felt like she was dating a king. Mrs. Hurd was married to the film star from 2015 to 2017. She said Mr. Depp has pursued her romantically while they was filming The Rum Diary in 2009. But nothing happened between them then because she was in a relationship. She said they never saw each other promoting the same film, but she said they saw that. She said they next saw each other promoting the same film in 2011, which was when their romantic relationship began. Her witness statement added, when Johnny put his attention on you, with all his intensity and darkness, is like she says, unlike anything I ever experienced. So he woo her. He like woo 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 to you. And she like, I like that. She said, when I said he was dark, he had a violent and dark way of speaking. The way he talked about our relationship being dead or alive, and telling me the death was the only way out of this relationship. That sounded like Johnny does sound like he was a game banger. Like, you sweet blood in now, dog. You ain't going nowhere. When I said, when you leaving out of here. That was she accusing Johnny. She like, oh, you're in the game now, dog. Biker, choose which one you want to join. You in whatever game you choose, that's what you in. In her statements, Mrs. Hurd also described visiting Mr. Depp in Australia in March of 2015, while he was filming the Pirate of the Caribbean, and described the trip as like a 3-day hostage situation. She said during this time, there were extreme actions of psychological, physical, and emotional, and other forms of violence. It is the worst thing I have ever been through. I was left with an injured lip and nose, and cut on my arms. She claimed Mr. Depp grabbed her neck, shoved her up against the fridge, tore off her nightgown, and pushed her against the bar. That sounds like a set scene in the movies. Tell you, like that, you walk in the door, you push her hard against the door. I ain't never been that set scene, but that's what she said. He pushed up against the bar. And then she quote, it was pressing so hard on my neck I couldn't breathe. I was trying to tell him that I couldn't breathe. I remember thinking he was going to kill me at that moment, she said. Then she added that she later found her nightgown, saying there was pieces of it wrapped around something wrapped around the steak I had planned to cook. He has also gone around and painted all my clothes in the closet, she said. The court previously heard from Mr. Depp, who said the top of his finger was cut off when Mrs. Hurd threw a bocce ball at him during a trip to Australia. In her statements, Mr. Hurd said, I didn't actually see the finger being cut off, but I was worried that it had happened the night before. She quote, I figured it might have happened when he was smashing the phone on the wall by the fridge. She said she didn't do it. She said Johnny did it, or he was smashing her phone. Nah. Mr. Hurd also said Johnny accused her of having an affair with fellow actors and claimed she had to justify him why she accepted film roles. She quote, he accused me of having an affair with each of my co-stars, movie after movie. Eddie Redmayne, James Franco, Jim Scratchless. Kevin Costner. We know one Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner don't like women, according to some experts. Allegedly. Kevin Costner like them boys. Liam Hemsworth. Billy Bob Thornton. Old dude, Billy Bob. Channing Tatum. Even women co-star like Kelly Gardner. She said he also accused me of having an affair with stars and I auditioned with, like Leonardo DiCaprio. I told you, Leonardo, you ain't just fresh out of high school or freshman in college. Leonardo DiCaprio do not want you. Leonardo want them girls like, I'm just leaving home. I'm trying to find myself. Leonardo say, you ain't got to find yourself. I'm about to swoop in. I'm going to find you. Come on, girl. I mean, lady. I mean, you almost one. You're there. You're out of high school. So you ready. He would taunt me about it, especially when he was drunk or high and had nicknames for every one of my male co-stars. He considered her a sexual threat. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio was pumpkin in the head, pumpkin head. Channing Tatum was potato head. It said early from the witness stand, Mr. Heard told the court that she had been subjected to repeatedly and regular physical violence by the time of the couple marriage in 2015. Mr. Depp lawyer asked her about the allegations regarding the argument in January of 2015 and suggested it was over a discussion with lawyers about a prenup agreement between herself and Mr. Depp. She quote, there was an argument in a hotel room in Tokyo that resulted into Johnny kneeling on my back and hitting me in the back of the head. End quote. I had to say it with a little intensity because, Mrs. Heard told the court. She added, but then Johnny was also accusing me of having an affair with a co-star and that it was led to the actual argument. Mrs. Heard and Mr. Depp has told her he didn't want a prenuptial agreement, but it was his sister, Christy, who wanted the couple to get one. Amber added that she had hired a lawyer who worked on the draft prenuptial agreement and was sent to Johnny's team, but he never signed. She denied that she was interested in Johnny money, saying, I never had been, and I never was. This one, she said, sometimes I lose my cool. Sometimes I just go down, bust Johnny in the head, cut his finger off with a vodka bottle. She didn't say that, but this was saying. She said she did not have a problem with controlling her temper when challenged by Mr. Johnny lawyer, who also suggested that Amber would have outbursts of rage and anger. Amber said, there was time when yes, I lost my cool with Johnny and our fights. Miss Lewis referred to the media. Miss Lewis referred to the medical note written by a nurse who wrote that Amber had reported experienced increased anxiety, agitation, and had several outbursts of anger and rage. And also that she was nervous about being alone with husband. Husband is working on movie set in London and dealing with feelings of insecurity and jealousy. He asked Amber if she felt insecure or jealousy when she wasn't in Mr. Depp's presence. Amber said she had expressed concern about his travel because it was a trigger for him when they was apart. And Mr. Lewis asked Amber if she ever got violent with Johnny, to which the actor replied, no, adding that he put her in a situation where she was facing them unimaginable frustrations and difficulties, often that were life-threatening to me. She added that she would try to defend my wait. She added that she would try to defend myself when he got serious and when I thought my life was threatened, but I was never violent toward him. Emma said it was years into the relationship before she tried to defend herself. Adding before that, she had just checked out. That sounds like a movie roles again. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a good TV series when it come out. Amber was then played a recording of the conversation between her and Johnny, in which Johnny can be heard to say that he is not the one who throw pots. In the recording, she could be heard saying that she had thrown pots and pans, was questioned by Mrs. Lewis. Mrs. Loss on the admission, she says she threw things only to escape Mr. Dell. So the lawyer put it to Mrs. Heard that she was not injured at all as a result of anything that happened on the night of the 21st of May in 2016. And I would have alleged that Johnny had thrown her mobile phone at her face, hit her in the eye, and pulled her hair and grabbed her face. Amber suggested that Mr. Heard didn't cause any damage whatsoever in that penthouse, to which Amber said the actor has accused, but the Amber said the actor had caused damage to multiple apartments and my face. He did a significant amount of damage to the property. Mrs. Law showed Amber a photo taken days after the May the 21st incident, and after Amber was said to have had a 4-hour meeting with your legal team. The lawyer said, it doesn't appear as if you have gotten any marks on your face at all there. Amber said the photo was a paparazzi shot with long lenses, adding, if I went out in Los Angeles, I would wear makeup except for my court appearance. Mrs. Loss then suggested that in early photos, which are said to show injury, she had put bruises on yourself through makeup and lighting or any other means. It wasn't any injuries from Mr. Depp. Amber said she disagreed wholeheartedly with this, adding that she has been forced to cover up many bruises as it was embarrassing to be seen with them. The lawyer added that far from being petrified of Johnny, Amber had been on the May 21st and 27th made contact with Johnny on the phone. Amber, she has been attempting to, and Ms. Law said, you were not displaying any signs of being fearful of him in those texts. Amber replied, no. Ms. Law suggests that by the time Amber and Johnny met in July 2016 in San Francisco, you were no longer petrified of him. Ms. Heard denied this. She alluded to her earlier statement that it was the monster in the relationship she was terrified of and not Johnny, who she loved. So now she's talking about the monster as a third party now. So we don't know. Maybe the monster was there. I don't know. The liver case centered on the article published in the Sun website in April of 2018 headline. Gone potty. How can J.K. Rowling be generous, happy casting wife beater Johnny Depp in that's a J.K. Rowling cast wife beater Johnny Depp in the new Fantastic Beasts film. The article related to allegations made by Amber. Hearing is expected to last for 3 weeks. But one of Johnny Depp's exes Renato Ryder has said it is impossible to believe allegations from his former wife, Amber Heard, that he was violent. She said, I truly and honestly only know him as a real good man, said Mrs. Ryder. She said, Mr. Depp, his son, well, Mr. Depp, you're talking about that son, and he denied that. But Mrs. Ryder, Vanessa, also a former partner of Mr. Depp, had been due to giving evidence at London High Court via video link. But on Thursday, the actor David Shamburn told the court Mr. Depp's legal team had decided there was no need to hear from them. The witness statement was released to the media following a successful application by the PA news agents. Ms. Ryder, who was in a relationship with Mr. Depp for 4 years, said, I understand that it is very important that I speak from my own experience, as I obviously was not there during his marriage to Amber. But from my experience, which was so wildly different, I was absolutely shocked, confused, and upset when I heard the accusation against him. She quote, the idea that he is an incredible violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. She said, I can't wrap my head around this. He was never violent toward me. He was never abusive at all toward me. He has never been violent or abusive toward anybody I have seen. She said, I truly only know him as a real good man, an incredible loving, a screaming, caring guy who was so very protective of me and the people that he loves. And I felt so very safe with him. She quote, I do not want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it's impossible to believe that such horrifying allegations are true. I find it extremely upset knowing him as I do. In her witness statement, the actress and model Mrs. Paris said she had known Johnny for more than 25 years, including 14 years when they was partners and raised their 2 children together. She quote, thoughts, all these years I have known Johnny to be a kind, tender, generous, and non-violent person and a father, she said. On movie sets, the actors, directors, and the entire crew adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as being one of the best actors we've seen. The statement said the allegation from Mr. Heard was nothing like the true Johnny I have known. And from my personal experience of my years, I can say he was never violent or abusive to me. She said, I have seen that this outrageous statement has been really discretion and also caused damage to his career because unfortunately people have gone on believing this false fact, she added. So earlier, Mr. Depp bodyguard claimed it was a very common occurrence for the actors to call his security team to take him away from Amber due to her behavior and would then stay somewhere else. Sean Butler, who is Mr. Depp's head of security, were working for the Hollywood star for 9 years. In a written statement, Sean said he saw the couple very regularly during their relationship and never saw any cuts, bruises, or other injuries on Amber. On the contrary, throughout the course of Johnny and Amber relationship, Amber was verbally and physically abusive toward Johnny, he claimed. He added, I would describe it as a recurring cycle that Amber would abuse Johnny, who would then remove himself from the situation. The case centered on the article published in the Sun website on April 2018. It was headlined, called Johnny a wife beater. So, Johnny Essex saying he's a good man. Security said he was a good man. Staff producers, directors saying he was a good man. But it seemed like everybody pointed to that Amber wasn't getting beat at home. She was the person doing the beating. Amber, I don't know. Is her testimony is of a ex-wife that hate her ex-husband, or that she talking about reality? That this actually happened. Well, according to his security team, he was paying his security team. So you don't know to believe the security team. It's always up for, like, yeah, could have happened, couldn't happen. But his ex-lovers, like, what they were talking about, Johnny is like, shit, he can get it now. They were talking like, shit, man, Johnny, he treated me good. He treated my 2 children good. Well, our 2 children good. Hey, I don't know what them people talking about. I don't know what Aaron talking about. But Johnny, I know. Yeah, that was that dude. That was his 2 S's talking about. But they always said 3 sides to the story. His, hers, and what actually happened. But remember, nobody in this nobody is not painting a good picture, Amber. I'm pretty sure you were amazing. I want you to be demonized like I want Johnny to be demonized, but at the same time, witnesses are not looking. I mean, people is not saying bad things about Johnny. They're only saying bad things about you. And then you actually love amputations on his finger and scars on his body. That's showing that you were the aggressor. But right now, we know why the newspaper chose you, because they know you hate Johnny or have a strong disliking of Johnny. So we'll see what happens. I'll be paying attention to it. But like I said, I had to leave all this the crimes, the killing of babies and this anti-Semitic stuff and black against everybody, and I had to leave some of them things alone for now, because that junk can take an emotional toll on you. They have you be reading all these articles and having your view of some of the people that you get along with. You look at them like, you probably be one of them people, even though they ain't never did that to you. So I had to go ahead and detox myself from some of this political and activist news for a little while. I don't want to be that done, that angry person for no reason, just because of the article you're reading. But if you haven't listened to this, if you haven't subscribed to my episode YouTube channel, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You get a chance. Hit the like button just every once in a while. Just hit some bing. You leave a comment and share. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Be safe. Make a home the same way as you left it. Unless you in Amber and Johnny case, you keep your home, make your home peaceful. Don't be out here fighting each other. Love each other. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.